Hello, welcome to My Dreams Academy. This is TS NPDCL AE paper part 8 video. Last video for a technical. Okay. The question is from power electronics. Here the question is dV by dt protection is provided to the SCR by. Okay, generally we need to protect the SCR. The circuit is like this. This is SCR and this is load. We need to protect this one. Okay, dV by dt protection is protected by using snubber circuit. We have to connect a snubber circuit here like this. This is RC, resistor and capacitor in series. This is called snubber circuit. Now we will read the options. Connecting a capacitor in parallel with the load. Okay, so this is the load. We are not connecting capacitor across the load. This is wrong. And connecting a inductor in series with the load. This is also wrong. Next, connecting a resistor as well as resistor capacitor parallel with the device. Okay, capacitor resistor parallel with the device. So option C is correct. Connecting a inductor and resistor parallel with the device. This is also wrong. Okay, so answer is dV by dt protection. dV by dt protection is done by snubber circuit, and the snubber circuit is resistor and capacitor both are in series, which is parallel with the device. That is SCR. Here the device is SCR. Now we are going to see question number 72. This question also from power electronics only. Question number 72. The question is class B commutation. Class B commutation. In order to turn off the SCR, we will use commutation circuit. In this class B commutation, here it is given that inductor value is 5 micro Henry and the capacitor is equals to 20 microfarads, and initial voltage across the capacitor. Is 230 volts. Find peak value of resonant current. Option A, that is 560 amperes. Option B, 460 amperes. Option C, 360 amperes. Option D, that is 260 ampere. Now this is class B commutation, that is nothing but series RLC. The commutation circuit will be like this. We need to calculate the peak value of the current. So this is the paper explanation, so I am not going in detail. Just I will give you the formula. That is, peak value of the current will be calculated like this. That is source voltage under root of C by L. Here the source voltage is 230 volts. Under root of C value is 20 microfarads. 20 divided by 5. 5 ones are 5 fours are. Under root of 4 is nothing but 230 into 2. 460 ampere. So option B is correct. Okay, class B commutation is nothing but RLC series circuit, RLC series circuit. At the peak value of the current will be calculated by using that formula IP, that is peak value of the current IP is equals to Vs under root of C by L. This is what about class B commutation, and answer is 460 ampere. Next we are going to see question number 73. This question is also from power electronics. I will read the question. A single phase full wave midpoint SCR converter. Okay. A single phase full wave midpoint. This is very important. Midpoint. Among all the rectifiers, which rectifier is having most peak inverse voltage? That is midpoint converter. The peak inverse voltage of this one is 2 Vm. The peak inverse voltage of full wave rectifier bridge, that to bridge, is Vm. Half wave rectifier is also Vm. This transformer rating is 230, 200. Primary voltage is 230, secondary voltage is 200 volts. Transformer with the center tap on the secondary side. Okay, will having center tapping at the secondary, like this. Center tapping is like this. Okay, so secondary voltage is 200. This is 100 volts and this is also 100 volts. This is RMS value. And what we need to calculate? We need to calculate peak inverse voltage. Of SCR. Option A 300 volts, option B 214, option C 141 volts, option D 282 volts. Okay, now we will see. This is the RMS voltage. Now peak voltage is 100 root 2. So root 2 into 100, that is nothing but 141. Okay, actually root 2 value is 1.414. So 141.4. This is what peak value. Okay, peak value. But the peak inverse voltage of the mid converter is 2 Vm. So multiply with 2, it will give 282.8. So which option is correct? Answer D is correct. Option D is correct. This is what about full wave midpoint converter. The peak inverse voltage of this one is 2 Vm, and peak inverse of full wave rectifier bridge converter is Vm, and half wave rectifier peak inverse voltage is Vm. Okay, now question number 74. The effect of source inductance on the performance of three-phase controlled converter. Okay, so if the source inductance is present in single phase full converter, so average value of voltage will become 0. Okay, if it is single phase, average value, that duration, average value of that duration is 0. But in a three phase, the average value will decrease. Now I will read out the options. Option A, increase the average load voltage. Average load voltage will not increase. So option A is correct. Wrong. Next, reduce the average load. Yes, this is correct. Make the load current continuous. No, it will discontinue. Remove the ripples from the load. No, this is also wrong. So which option is correct? It will reduce the output voltage. Now question number 75. The output voltage for step up chopper. The chopper is step up chopper. What is the operator when it is operated at a duty cycle? Here the duty cycle is 50%. 50% is nothing but 0.5. if the supply voltage Vs is equals to 240 volts. Now we need to calculate the output voltage. Sir, output voltage formula VDC, that is supply voltage 1 minus D. Here VDC value is 240, 1 minus D value is 0.5. So 240 divided by 0.5, it will give 480. It will give 480 volts. So option B is correct. Option B is correct. Now I am going to read question number 76. Question number 76. This question is also from power electronics only. A single phase 210 50 Hz cyclo converter fed 10 ohm resistive load has output frequency of 16.67 Hz. The output power at a firing angle of 0 degree. Okay. So we need to calculate power. So how we can able to calculate? Here the voltage V is given, that is 210 volts, and resistor R is given, that is 10 ohm. This information is enough to calculate the output power, that is V square by R, where V square is 210 into 210 divided by 10. 0 will get cancelled. So 21 into 21, that is 441, and we have 1 0. So answer is 4.41 kW, 4.41 kilowatts. Option C is correct. Option C is correct. Now we are going to see question number 77. Question number 77. This question is from, if a constant output voltage of three-phase full converter, constant output voltage is 20√3, then peak value and RMS value of each switching device is, peak value of the switching device this only, the peak value of switching device is 20 into √3, and RMS value of the device is 20√3 into 1 by 3. 1 by 3 will get cancelled. So 20 of 20√3 comma 20. 20√3 comma. I will read the question once again. We need to calculate peak value and RMS value. Peak value and RMS values of currents for each switching device, that is 20√3 into 20. Option C is correct. 77. Option C is correct. Now we are going to see question number 78. This question is also from power electronics only. 78. Supply power factor power factor is given, that is 0.9, and the supply voltage is given, that is 220 volts, single phase. Okay. Supply power factor of a single phase 220 volts AC voltage controller feeding a 10 ohm resistive load. The load is resistive load, value is 10 ohm. Then the output power, we need to calculate the output power. Sir, output power is equals to supply power factor, that is 0.9 into input voltage, that is 220 whole square divided by 10. So 0.9 into 0.9, that is 0.81 into 220 into 220 divided by 10. 0 will get cancelled. So it will give 220 into 220, that is 220 into 22, 484 into 0.81. 484 into 0.81, it will give 3.92 kilowatts. Option D is correct. Option D is correct for 78 question. Now we are going to see 79 question. 79th question. This question is also from power electronics only. This question is all about boost converter. Boost converter, the peak to peak ripple voltage of a capacitor. The peak to peak ripple voltage will be calculated like this. Delta Vc is equals to I naught by C into D into say T. where D is the duty ratio, T is the time period. If you wanted to convert into frequency, it will give 1 by F. Now I will read the options. So peak to peak ripple voltage of the capacitor, peak to peak ripple voltage of the capacitor, option A, proportional to difference of output voltage and input voltage. So this is wrong, this is wrong. So next, option B, we'll see option B, that is inversely proportional to difference of output voltage and input voltage. This is also wrong. There is no relation between input voltage and output voltage in that question. Next, proportional to frequency, proportional to frequency. It is inversely proportional to frequency. It is not proportional to frequency. This is wrong. This is wrong. And we'll read next option. The option D. What is the option D? That is inversely proportional to capacitance of the capacitor. So it is inversely proportional. Yes, option D is correct. Option B is wrong. Option A is wrong. Option C is wrong. Option D is correct. So now I will read option A. Option A is B false, B false, C false, D correct. Next, option B, that is A true, C false, D false. Option C, A false, C false, D false. Option D, B true, C true, D false. So only option which is giving D is true. The only option which is giving D is true. So this one is correct. B is false, C is also false, but D is true. So this is what about question number 79. Now we will going to see question number 80. This question is from power systems. This question is from power systems. This is very simple question. The insulation of a modern extra high voltage line is designed based on. First of all, we are going to see what is modern extra high voltage. That is, if it is greater than 132 kV, then it will called as a modern extra high voltage. Modern extra high voltage. Now the insulation of modern extra high voltage line is designed based on option A, lightning voltage, option B, corona, so option C, that is voltage, option D, switching voltages. Switching voltages. If the voltage value is less than modern extra high voltage, that is if it is less than 132 kV, the dominating values, insulation resistance, insulation value is depending upon the corona. But if it is greater than 132 kV, the insulation value depending upon the switching voltages. So option D is correct. Option D is correct. That's all about 71 to 80 questions. This is the last video from the technical topic. Now we are going to see non-technical topic in the next video. Thank you all.